The second question, Bhagwan, why there are so many religions in the world, and why do these religions continuously quarrel with each other? Geetam, it is natural that there should be so many religions. In fact, more are needed. As I see, each individual should have his own religion. There should be as many religions as there are people. The number is not so much. Only 300 religions there are. And how many people on the earth? Each individual should have his own religion. Because each individual is so unique, so different from anybody else. How can two persons have one religion? It is impossible. But we have been asking the impossible. Each individual has to reach to God in his own way. And that way is never going to be traveled by anybody else again. Hence, Buddhas can only indicate, can only give you hints. They cannot provide you with certain, absolutely certain maps. Just hints, few hints. And those hints have not to be taken very seriously, very prayerfully. You are not to become a fanatic. If you become a fanatic, you are no more religious. A religious person is humble, available to all kinds of hints. He is a seeker, a searcher, an explorer. And he will learn from every possible source. He will learn from the Bible, and he will learn from the Vedas, and he will learn from the Dhammapada. He will listen to the Buddha, to Jesus, to Zarathustra. He will learn from all possible sources, but still he will remain himself. He will not become an imitation. He will not be a carbon copy. He will retain his authenticity. He will be humble, sincere, authentic. He will not become pseudo. He will not be a follower. He will be a lover. He will love the Buddha, but he will not follow him. He will not follow him in details. How can you follow a Buddha in details? He is a totally different kind of person. You have never been before. Nobody like you has ever been before. And nobody will ever be there who is exactly like you. Hence, your religion has to be your religion. Your truth has to be your truth. And that is the beauty of truth, that it always comes in such an unique form that you can say, this is a special gift from God to me. Hence there are so many religions. And it is beautiful. There should be many more. Many people have been trying to make one religion. That is utter stupidity. You cannot create one religion. You can enforce one religion on people, but that will destroy their spirit, their freedom. That will cripple their being and paralyze their growth. Just as there are so many languages, there are so many religions. The variety is beautiful. The variety makes it possible for you to choose according to your type. A religion is not and cannot be decided by birth. And those who decide their religion by their birth are utter fools. You cannot be a born Hindu, and you cannot be a born Christian. Birth has nothing to do with your religion. Religion is an inquiry. You may be born to Hindu parents. That is one thing. But if your parents really love you, they will not convert you into a Hindu. Of course, they will tell you all that they have known and experienced, but they will leave you free. And they will tell you, become more alert, watchful, mature. And when you are mature enough and you want to decide, choose your own religion. Go to the mass, go to the church, go to the temple, go to the Gurudwara. Listen to all kinds of things. See all kinds of flowers. The garden of the God is so full of variety, is so rich because of variety. There are roses and lotuses and 1,001 other flowers. Go and choose your own perfume, your own fragrance. Because unless you choose yourself, you will not be dedicated to it. You will not be surrendered to it. The world is not religious because religion is imposed upon us. The parents are in a hurry to impose, the church, the state, the country. Everybody is in a hurry to impose a certain religion on the child. How foolish, how stupid. Religion needs maturity, great understanding before one can choose. Nobody is born a Hindu or a Mohammedan or a Parsi. Everybody is born clean, innocent, a tabula rasa. And then everyone has to seek and search. This is the beauty of life, because life is an inquiry. And don't be settled too early. There is no need. It is possible no existing religion may satisfy you. But that is good. That means a new religion is born in you. The world becomes richer. One more religion, one more flower, one more tree. A new phenomenon. Buddha brings a new religion in the world. The world was poorer before Buddha because it was missing Buddhism. Buddha could have followed the religion of his parents, then the world would have been still poorer. the world would have missed something immensely valuable, a new door to God. Buddha opened a new door, a new vision, a new insight. He was not convinced by his parents' religions. Otherwise, he would remain a Hindu. He rebelled. All religious people are rebellious people. He went for an individual search. All religious people are explorers. All religious people are adventurous. It was easy and convenient and comfortable to believe in the religion that has been believed by the parents and the parents' parents and for centuries. It was more convenient because you need not inquire, you need not go through the whole effort of finding the truth. It has been found by some seer in the past. You can simply borrow, but a borrowed truth is not a truth at all. A borrowed truth is a lie. Buddha went into search. Arduous was the inquiry. He risked all, his kingdom, his life. But when you risk so much, life showers on you new treasures. A new religion, a new insight, a new vision was born into the world. Muhammad could have followed his parents' religions. Jesus could have followed Judaism. Become a Jesus, become a Buddha. Become a Muhammad. Don't be a Mohammedan and don't be a Buddhist and don't be a Christian. Explore. Don't waste life in imitating, because then you will remain pseudo. And a pseudo person cannot be religious. Great authenticity, sincerity is needed. So Gitam, it is good that there are 300 religions. There should be more. I am always for variety. I want the world richer in every possible way. Would you like that the whole world should have only one kind of flowers, just roses or just lotuses? Will not it will be an impoverished world, very poor? Would you like the world to have only one language? Then the different nuances of different languages will disappear. There are things which can be said only in Arabic and cannot be said in any other language. And there are things which can be said only in Hebrew and cannot be said in any other language. And there are things which can be said only in Chinese and cannot be said in any other language. If the world has only one language, many, many beautiful things will remain unsaid. Lao Tzu can speak only Chinese. You may not have pondered over the problem. Just think Lao Tzu writing his Tao Te Ching in English. And the book will be totally different. It will miss something of immense value. It will have something different, a totally different color to it. But it will miss the flavor that it has in Chinese. Now Chinese has no alphabet. It is written in symbols. Because there is no alphabet, symbols can be interpreted in 1,001 ways. Symbols are more fluid, less fixed, more poetic, less prose. One symbol can mean many things. It is not scientific. It is very difficult to write scientific treatises in Chinese. For that, English is a far more adequate language. But what Lao Tzu has given to the world would not have been possible without Chinese. Each symbol has many meanings, a multiplicity of meanings. You can choose your meaning according to your state of mind. Each symbol has many layers of meanings. As you grow in your understanding, the meaning of the symbol changes. Hence, in the East, a totally different kind of reading has existed, which is non-existential in the West. You would not like to read the same George Bernard Shaw book again and again and again. Or would you? Unless you are insane. You would not like to read it again and again and again. What is the point? Once you have read it, it is finished. That's why the paperback has come into existence. Read it and throw it. But in the East, a different kind of reading exists. The same book is read again and again, the whole life. Tao Te Ching is not a book which can be published in a paperback. They are publishing it now. It should not be published in a paperback. It cannot be. Because it is a totally different kind of book. It has layers and layers of meaning. When for the first time you read it, it is one book. Because you know only one meaning, the superficial. After meditating few months, you read it again. Another meaning reveals. After meditating few months, you read it again. A third meaning. It has to go on. It has to become a life study. And you will go on finding the meanings. Inexhaustible they are. Es Dhammo Sanantano. The ultimate is eternal and inexhaustible. It is not a fiction. You cannot just read it and be finished with it. One reading is not going to help you at all. It simply introduces you. It does not give you the core of it. It takes a whole life to come to the core of it. Now we need all kinds of languages. English is needed for its definiteness, for its certainty. Each word has a definition. Science cannot develop without such a language. Science could not be born in India because of the language. Sanskrit is a poetic language. You can sing it. It has that quality. You can chant it. But you cannot make much syllogism out of it. Many songs, certainly. But it is not argumentative. Expressive, but non-argumentative. The Arabic has a very haunting quality. If you chant it, it will become a haunting in your heart. You stop chanting it and the chanting continues in the heart. That quality Arabic has in it. Because it is a desert language. Desert languages have a haunting quality. When you are calling somebody in a desert far away, you have to call it in a certain way. And in a desert, you can call people who are very far away. If you call them in a rhythmic way, your sound will reach them. Hence the beauty of Quran. It is not a book to be read. Those who read Quran will miss its meaning. It is a book to be sung. It is not a book to be studied. It is a book to be danced. Then only you will reach to its inner spirit. It is beautiful that there are many languages because there are many things to be said, expressed, communicated. And as the world grows, many more languages are needed. Because as the world grows, many more things people are feeling. People are going through. People are reaching. Religion is nothing but a language to express the ultimate. Gitam, there is nothing wrong that there are many religions. Of course, there is something certainly wrong in their constant quarreling with each other. That shows that the so-called religions have lost their religious quality. They have become political. That these so-called religions have no more alive masters in them, but only dead, dull, mediocre priests. They go on quarreling. They go on trying to converge because numbers create power. If more Christians are there, then Christianity has more power. And the Pope in the Vatican becomes more powerful. If Hindus are more in number, of course they are more in power. Numbers give power. So Christianity wants everybody to be a Christian. And Mohammedans would like everybody to be a Mohammedan. Their ways and means may differ, but the effort and the desire is the same. A very deep political desire. It is power politics. Then naturally, quarreling will arise. Politics is quarreling. It has nothing to do with religion. Religions should be as many as possible. And there is no question of any conflict. It is a question of liking and disliking. If I like roses, you don't come and try to convince me that I should like marigolds. You simply accept my liking. And if you like marigolds, it's perfectly okay. There is no question of arguing, quarreling. We need not fight with each other, wrestle with each other, actually or intellectually. I can leave you to your choice, and I don't feel offended because you like marigolds and I don't like. Likes and dislikes are individual affairs. One may like Bhagavad Gita, another may like Quran. Somebody else may like Dhammapada. It's perfectly okay, absolutely okay. We should share our likings with each other, but we should not try to convert the other, to force the other into our fold. Yes, share by all means, because sharing shows your love. If you have found a source, share. But the sharing should be out of love, not for power politics. It is not to convince the other and to drag him into your fold. Religions have been doing such ugly things. People have been converted at the point of the bayonet. People are being converted by money, by bribing them, by any means, right or wrong. Become a Christian, become a Mohammedan, become a Hindu. Grab more and more people so you become more powerful. And don't allow anybody else to leave your fold. Mullah Nasruddin